This video is about the New Year's resolution that I believe matters most to your success in 2017.
This video is about how to ethically elevate your personal power effectiveness. It's about how to immunize yourself from being harmed any further by our perpetual stress society by 1. Becoming the sovereign of yourself, and 2. Upleveling your impact effectiveness. How you and your business are being harmed by our huge social and political upheavals, even if you don't know it. More is about to change in the coming year than in the past 15 years, perhaps longer. Are you stressing about the change that's happening? Or are you feeling well equipped to manage these changes, keep your well-being strong, and continue succeeding with your goals? In your personal life, your business life, and your community life. A mold-breaking new U.S. president will soon be sworn into office. Some believe he is a brilliant deal maker who can finally end our long-standing governmental and diplomatic gridlock. Others believe he is a dangerously divisive, tyrannical narcissist. Unless you've been hiding under a rock, you're also aware that unparalleled levels of propaganda, cyber warfare, ideological extremism, and terrorism have combined to create a hyperpolarized social and political climate that would be continuing regardless of who became the next president. In short, we're now living in what I call a perpetual stress society. Why stress management methods are not protecting you from harm. How are you personally dealing with the huge and escalating societal stress levels that our social upheavals have been feeding? Are you attempting to cope with our perpetual stress society by counting on the new president to make the changes you would like to see, or by trying to help him fail? Or are you coping by adopting a wait-and-see attitude? Or are you coping by battening down your hatches for a storm you feel you have no control over and praying that you somehow will endure it? It doesn't matter which answer is yours. All of those options are stress management coping tactics. These coping tactics are being used as stress management attempts by massive numbers of people across the entire political and religious spectrum. Most of us don't realize what really creates our chosen stress response. Typical stress responses are controlled by the hyper-emotional, non-rational part of our brain, whose job is to take over when it decides we are in an extreme stress situation. This part of our brain, our limbic system, also nicknamed our reptile brain, is capable of only 4 responses. 1. Fight fire with bigger fire, the fight response. 2. Run as far away as possible, the flee response. Become paralyzed like a deer in the headlights, the freeze response. Or play possum in the hope that the danger will pass if we hold our breath and lie still for long enough, the faint response. How do reptile brain takeovers occur? Chemically, that's how. When we allow ourselves to become overstressed, our body reacts by releasing emergency response hormones, adrenaline, norepinephrine, and cortisol. Most people don't realize that these chemicals biologically turn off the spiritual and thinking part of our brain and hypermobilize the reptile activity part of our brain. How to stop being harmed by reptile brain takeovers. How stress intelligent are you? The real answer depends on your relationship with your reptile brain. For instance, how aware are you when an inner coup by your reptile brain replaces your inner sovereign with animalistic reactions by temporarily wiping out your ability to utilize your higher wisdom and your rational mind? How good are you at preventing this kind of inner takeover from occurring in the first place? How skilled are you at managing your reptile brain when it does temporarily take your power away from your higher wisdom and rational mind, so your animalistic reactions do as little damage as possible, and so you successfully return to your inner throne as quickly as possible? How effective are you at preventing yourself from gradually falling into a chronic state of overstress that causes you to live your life from our animal brain more and more of the time, and in more situations in which your reptile brain does lasting damage instead of truly protecting you? If you're like most people, you have limited mastery in 1. Preventing reptile brain takeovers in yourself and others. 2. Recognizing when a reptile brain takeover has occurred despite your best prevention efforts. 3. Minimizing a reptile brain takeover's damage. 4. Restoring effectiveness in yourself and others after a reptile brain takeover has ended. The prices that reptile brain takeovers are costing you at home, at work, and in your communities. What prices are you paying at home and at work because you have one or more of these limitations in dealing with reptile brain takeover? What results would you be enjoying instead if you were no longer paying these prices? And what if you are a leader, an executive, an entrepreneur, an elected or appointed government official, or a change catalyst, including a helping professional like a therapist or a coach? Many, if not most, of your people almost surely have limited mastery in these areas too. What prices are they paying at home because of these limitations? What prices is your enterprise paying because of their limitations? What results would they and your enterprise be enjoying if they had better stress mastery skills? With all of this in mind, ask yourself, how authentically ready am I and my spouse, family, leader team, employees, coworkers, and so forth to thrive in today's perpetual stress society? And if you are a leader or catalyze others, also ask yourself, how equipped are my people to thrive in their roles and at home, given our perpetual stress society? You and the people around you are most likely at grave risk of becoming stress casualties this year. How high a price are you willing to pay, personally and in your enterprise, because you and many of your people lack the needed remedies? What most stress management programs don't teach you. I've got news for you that's bound to threaten many stress and anger management program providers. What they don't know is hurting you. Here's the problem. Most stress management methods are BS, just as are most anger management methods. Why? Because as wonderful as mindfulness and meditation and CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, are, they don't fully empower us to prevent or resolve what's causing our never-ending stress symptoms parade. And note here, I am confident that if the stress and management program providers who authentically value ethics knew skills they could teach to people that could resolve those causes, they would already be providing these. Since most aren't providing those, I think it's safe to assume that they don't know how to do this. That's what I mean when I say what they don't know is hurting you. The 2017 Self, Relationship, Leader, and Business Development Goal that matters most. If typical stress and anger management methods are not the solution, what is? Power management methods, that's what. Why? Mostly because we get stressed and angry when we feel like we have limited or no impact. Why? Mostly because we get stressed and angry when we feel like we have little to no impact on our quality of life, in improving our cherished relationships, in our business success, in our community's well-being, in forwarding our causes, and/or in restoring sanity to society. Power management methods that make a meaningful and lasting difference go far beyond good intentions, mindset, and mindfulness. Effective methods focus far more on the highly valuable results that come from up-leveling skills, procedures, and accountability. They protect you, your people, and your enterprise from reptile brain takeovers. They up-level effective ethical power in you and your people, and they make it far more possible to bring about your highest intentions at work, at home, and in your communities. How? Power management methods enable you to become the sovereign of yourself and up-level your impact effectiveness. The results that power management methods provide include getting the upper hand on your reptile brain, taking better charge of compassionately enacting your personal boundaries even when you don't have other people's cooperation, more effectively creating mutually beneficial agreements, repairing problems that arise in implementing those agreements so collaboration increases instead of resentment building, conflict escalating, and agreements not being successfully completed. Uplevel your power management skills in as little as 6 weeks. No matter what New Year's resolution you made or 2017 goal you set, it seems inevitable that your success with that will depend hugely on how effectively you immunize yourself from the profoundly damaging effects of our perpetual stress society and uplevel your personal power instead of remaining trapped in power tyranny, power rebellion, or false helplessness. If these forms of effectiveness are important to you, investing in power management essentials might just be your most valuable success key for 2017. This includes 2 power focuses: internal control power, which is about becoming the sovereign of yourself in ways that draw to you the people you most want, and this includes 2 course modules, and external influence power, which is about upleveling your impact effectiveness in ethical ways that boost productive collaboration, and this includes 4 course modules. The 2 inner power modules are 1. Emotional self-management mastery. Get the upper hand on your reptile brain in ways that go far beyond typical stress and anger management methods. And 2. Core intentions mastery, the least known yet most effective key to keeping your power in your hands no matter what the other person does. The 4 outer power modules include 1. Boundaries power principles. Harness the human dynamics secrets that give you the power to avoid becoming trapped in trying to get other people to change or collaborate in ways they aren't open to doing. 2. Enacting your boundaries. Discover how to select and implement the optimal intensity level to honor your boundaries in any situation. 3. Creating accountability-capable agreements. Stop being seduced by good intentions that never come to pass and thereby damage trust. And 4. Repairing agreement breakdowns, my road-tested step-by-step procedure that turns implementation breakdowns into collaboration builders instead of resentment escalators. Immunize yourself now from being harmed by our perpetual stress society by ethically upleveling your personal power effectiveness. Go to www.drgruder.com/successkeys2017 for more information and to enroll.